and welcome back. Today is a renovation video. I'm taking you home again. Last time we did the attic. If you didn't see that, check that out. And this time we're doing the nursery, the baby room, the baby bedroom, however you want to call it. I'm expecting 2 baby boys. So we're doing up the biggest bedroom in our house. And we need to paint it, we need to put their stuff in, we need to do loads of things before they get here. So let's see what we can make of it. Welcome to the future baby room. We emptied it out and we're gonna fix it up. We're gonna make it all pretty and put our babies in here. Look who's there. Patiently waiting. This is the biggest bedroom in the house and we're gonna turn it into the baby's room. You might be thinking, what is that ginormous brown square on the wall? That is corkboard, a bulletin board, however you want to call it. This used to be my home office and I'm not using it as such anymore. So step 1, taking down the enormous slab of cork. That was actually stuck on the wall with glue. Great idea, past me. Thanks. I tried to take it off the wall in one piece so someone else could still use it. That was quite difficult because it's so large. And when someone came to pick it up, they actually bent and snapped it into 5 pieces so they could take it with them. So that was all for nothing. It's so frustrating. But yeah, when I got it off the wall, there was loads of chunks actually out of the wall and some plaster was taken off and there's actually bits of glue with cork still on the wall. So there's extra bumps, there's extra holes. Time to fix the wall. I used some wall filler for this. I just squished it on, scraped it off, and it's quite satisfying to do because you're left with quite a smooth little wall. So that made me happy. At the moment, the door is a different color than the door frame. So we decided to paint all the wood things as well, like the doors, the door frames, the windows. Everything now is sort of a yucky brown, and I wanted painted white. Starting off by hand and quickly realizing a machine might be a little bit faster. So we're sanding everything with the machine, including the wall that we just filled to get a smooth finish. And it does get a little bit dusty. So this is what my boyfriend did to remove the dust before painting. We filled a couple of cracks along the ceiling. Hopefully that will help with the draft. It is quite an old house. After that, my dad came to help with painting. First, we had to tape all the edges that we didn't want to get paint on, because as you can see in the corner, we're gonna make the wall a color. This green color. When we first opened this bucket, I was a little surprised. It was a bit more yellow than I thought I was getting. I thought it might have been a bit more muted, a bit more blue-green, like softer. But we just put it on the wall and just wait and see what happens. So we started painting the edges and then went over it with a roller. And just to be clear, when I say we, I mean my dad and Gerben did most of the work. I filmed. Did some of the very, very light work, but by this time, you know, I'm very, very pregnant, so can't do this anymore. Sadly, would have loved to do it, couldn't. Don't you just love watching someone paint a wall a different color? I mean, white on white, that's boring to do and to watch, right? But this, you can actually see a big change. So I thought I'd make a little time lapse. Hope you enjoy. And this is my dad admiring the wall when it's finished. But wait, what is that white, you say? Yeah, they ran out of paint. So we had to get a whole new bucket and we had to do a second layer as well. So you'll have to wait a little bit longer for the end result. And this is some of that white on white footage I was saying. I mean, it's just boring, right? Let's skip. Now this, Gerben apparently is very good at this. peeling the tape in one big chunk. Look at him go! That's amazing. And this is me having a go at it. Yeah. Let's try again. Let's try again. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, one more time. There we go. That is the painting finished. We did the windows and the doors. We did a new coat of white on the white walls. And then there's this green wall. I really doubted it when I opened the can of paint, but I love it. It's fresh. It's like spring on the wall. And I'm very happy with it. Time to clean before we put all the furniture in here. At this point, we took a little break because my friend from England came to visit. I was so excited. I made her ride a bike. We went ice skating. Well, I didn't go in the ice, but she did. Zoe had loads of fun running around in the snow. And I made some decorations for someone else's baby shower. I might make a short out of this. We'll see. Let's skip a few weeks ahead. Hiya, we're gonna put together the baby beds just in case they come a little bit early. They will have a place to sleep in, which we thought would be nice. As you can see, some time has passed. I got a little bit bigger and we've got some stuff already. So we're working on 2 baby beds at the moment. I'm taking it easy by just sitting and holding stuff, and Gerben is doing most of the running about. But I'm helping. And the 2 beds are done. I think they look quite cute pushed together like this. Then it's time to start building the shelving unit that I bought. Just a little decorative shelving unit to put things like the baby phone on and stuff. Is that a thing? Baby phone? No, it's a baby monitor. I just looked it up. We call it a baby phone. Anyway, language issues aside, these are the little shelves finished. Aren't they cute? And then it's time for some wall decorations. I wanted a giant sun on the wall, and these are some of the inspiration pictures. However, most of these are like stickers, and I wanted it painted on the wall. I've got this friend, colleague, and she is very creative. So she helped me with making this sun on the wall. First, we made an outline of painter's tape so we could decide like where the beams would go and everything. It was a little bit fiddly. We had to move it around a couple of times to get it just right, which was quite hard because the beams had to be like evenly spread out, and I didn't want it to be too square at the top. But we got there in the end and we started painting it. Again, I say we, no, just kidding. I actually helped this time. I was there painting and also filming and also, you know, look at me helping. Look. But really, I'm very thankful for the help I got because after doing the attic, I was just too pregnant at this point to do the baby room. So yeah, I needed loads of people to do stuff for me, and it was a bit of a bummer. I wanted to do it myself, but I could only do little bits, right? I helped painting the sun. I did all the finishing touches and I blended the inside until I liked it. I did end up changing the colors of one of the beams though. As you can see, it's sort of 2 different colors. I made it a little bit lighter. I really like how it looks though. And we still have to remove the tape. Moment of truth. Look at that! How cool is that? I'm very happy with this. Another thing I did to decorate the room, I have these pipes in the rooms. They are for heating and water and stuff, and I always hated that look at them. So I put loads of leaves around them, and I also made the leaves like crawl on the wall and on the ceiling, and I love it now. Hiya, currently 37 weeks pregnant. So it can happen at any moment now. Time for the beds. I've got these 2 beds, the baby beds, the cribs, I don't know what you call it. secondhand, and they both came with a mattress. I've got them from separate people, so the mattresses are not the same. I want the boys to have 2 of the same beds, so I went to IKEA and got 2 of the same brand new mattresses. So yeah, let's take these out and let's put those in. Don't mind me being all out of breath of doing nothing. As I said, 37 weeks pregnant of twins, okay? 2 babies, no room for air. It seems like it's not even. Is it not even? Surely it is. What? Yeah, probably is. It's probably me. I'm probably the wonky one. Okay, so the mattresses are in, all brand new. And then the next step is making the beds. So I heard about this new fancy way of making the bed. Apparently it's very quick, so I want to give that a go. See if it works. Basically, you have to grab everything that you need, like I've got some sheets and stuff like that, and you just, I think it was just chuck it. That works well. I have to do that more often. All jokes aside, we are almost finished. We still had to put up some curtains, which were a little bit long, but we just left it for now. And we changed the light as well, because that was quite harsh lighting, and now it's a lot better. And that's it. Let's enjoy the before and afters. And that is it. I'm very happy with the end result. Let me know what you think of videos like this. I'll link the renovation playlist as well if you want to look at the attic video. I might even do more renovation stuff in the house. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!